And with this technique, you feel refreshed in your breaks and you are ready to start studying again. Every single teacher will talk to you about flashcards. The pile of flashcards that I didn't really know would shrink. I've wrote down on my little notes here, fabulous. Because I did feel slightly lost with my English revision. I didn't really know how to revise for English, and do not stress. Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. I do hope you are all well. Let me know how you're doing in the comments down below. For many students in the UK, it's mock season. Mock exams are upon us. You might have already sat some, you might be sitting them right now, or you've got them coming up in the next few weeks. And mocks this year are probably more serious than ever. I'm sure if you're taking your mocks at the minute, you're trying to take them as serious as you possibly can in case they go towards your exam grade in the summer. If that is the case, then I am here to help you, because in today's video, I'm going to be taking you through some revision techniques. Before we jump into this video, don't forget to go and follow me over on my Instagram and other social medias. You can find me on there and you can stay updated with me and what I'm doing in my life. You don't have to follow me, like I always say. It's just there if you want to. So section 1 is like my favourite revision techniques. What did I really do that really helped me get the best grades possible at GCSE? The first thing is speak your revision out loud. If you've watched any of my other videos, you will know that I could not revise without doing this. When you're revising, all you need to do is just say what you're doing out loud. If that's a maths question, speak your solution out loud. If you're analysing a poem in English, speak out your annotations as if you're teaching somebody else. If you're stuck on a question, then speak your thought process out loud. Of course, this isn't a revision technique on its own. You do need some kind of technique that you can apply this method to, but it works if you're doing an exam paper. Speak your solution out loud. If you're creating a mind map, make sure you speak out loud each addition to the mind map you add. And that way, you're connecting to your revision and hopefully speaking your solutions out loud, speaking your revision, pretending you're teaching somebody else will really help you. Number 2 is flashcards. Now, I'm sure you've heard of flashcards. If you haven't, then have you been living under a rock? Because every single teacher will talk to you about flashcards. I used a mix of my own flashcards, so I actually made some myself, and then I also used, for maths, some pre-made flashcards. I actually think I've got them in the drawer here. Here they are. These were from Maths and they were pre-made, so they had little pieces of information on. For example, this one is cumulative frequency. Pre-made flashcards are really, really useful. And I'm sure you can find some other flashcards for other subjects as well, but you don't want to fall in the trap of just buying flashcards and thinking, excuse me, and thinking that you're revising, because you're not. You want to actively do something with these flashcards. What you want to do with these flashcards for any subject is summarise the information. Make the information short and snappy so that you can look at the flashcard and instantly pick up what the flashcard is trying to tell you. If you put in exam questions on flashcards or formulas on them, you want on the back the answer. That way you can easily use the flashcard, revise instantly, and get the answer straight away. It might also be useful for you to organise your flashcards. What I did is I had 2 piles. I would go through my flashcards, and I used to do it with these ones actually. I would go through and I would say, right, I'm going to be really honest and really strict with myself here. This pile is going to be for things that I know. If somebody asked me this without my notes or without any help, I'd be able to tell them. And then I had another pile of things that I didn't know. The next days I'd come back to the pile that I wasn't sure on and go through it. And slowly, repeating that process, the pile of flashcards that I didn't really know would shrink. And I'd be able to put more and more into the know it pile. And then by the end of my revision, I'd have all of my flashcards in the know it pile and I would have revised and I would know all the information on my flashcards. Number 3, I think I would have failed without this one. Past papers. But not just past papers, They're mark schemes as well. Of course, you need to learn the material first, and you can do that with your favourite technique, but you need to do something with that revision. You need to test yourself. I think there's two approaches to past papers: the casual approach and the strict approach. If you approach past papers casually, what I mean by that is you've got the mark scheme next to you, you're going through the paper, and you're just kind of thinking, right, what would I write in an exam? Have a go at writing it, and if you get stuck, look at the mark scheme. And that way, you're filling in the gaps as soon as you find the gaps. Let's say you're not sure how to start an essay in English, or you're not sure on a formula to use for chemistry. You can look at the mark scheme and it gives you that hint straight away. That is a casual approach because you're not officially sitting the paper. You're just using it to fill in gaps, find information, and to guide you through the paper. But one that is really, really useful is to do the strict approach. Approach the past papers strictly. And I don't mean as in the dancing TV programme that I'm obsessed with, I mean actually do the paper as if you're sitting it for the real exam. Use the mark scheme after you've finished the time allowed on the paper and mark your paper. It's a great way to highlight what you're struggling with, and you get the feel of doing an exam with a time limit. You can get really overlooked that, but when you've got a time limit and you feel under pressure, your brain works differently. You don't want the real exam to be the first time you've done something under a time limit. The fourth thing that I absolutely loved was blurting. I've wrote down on my little notes here, fabulous. This was a technique that I didn't actually use for GCSE that much because I didn't really know about it. But at A-level, I found it really, really useful. What you want to do is you want to get a piece of paper, you want it to be blank, you don't want to have any notes with you. Then write down the topic in the middle, or let's say you're trying to think of everything that you're going to be assessed on in biology paper 1 or English paper 2. Write that in the middle. Then write down everything you can think of about that topic or that exam paper that is in your brain. Don't take any information from your pre-written notes or from textbooks or revision guides. You just want to take information from your brain. Once you think you've got everything down on the paper, then have a look at your pre-written notes and see if you've missed anything out. If you have, start again and try and include the things that you missed out the first time. Keep doing this cycle and hopefully everything that you've forgotten to write down, you won't forget anymore. Now I'm going to be talking about techniques, advice and resources that I wish I would have known when doing my GCSE and A-levels. The first technique is the Pomodoro Technique. What you want to do with this is set yourself a time limit. Usually it's 25 minutes, but it doesn't have to be. And what you do is you do 25 minutes of studying. Then you have a break for 25 minutes. It could be a shorter break, it could be a 5-minute break, doesn't matter. But have a break. Do something in that break. Walk away from your desk. Go and stretch, go and make yourself a drink. And then after your break, let's say it was 25 minutes, you come back and you do 25 minutes of studying, and you keep this cycle going. And with this technique, you feel refreshed in your breaks and you are ready to start studying again. The second thing I wish I would have known is online classes. There are so many great teachers out there online that are willing to help you, and it is just such a great resource to take use of. If anybody's watched any other videos of mine, you will know that English was not a subject of mine because I did feel slightly lost with my English revision. I didn't really know how to revise for English, and I think so many people feel the same way. So that is why I'm so excited to announce today's sponsor, FirstRateTutors. FirstRateTutors is the thing that I needed during my GCSE English because it is an online course that guides you through GCSE language and literature and also the spoken exam as well. The course includes 43.5 hours of on-demand video. The videos take you through Macbeth, Jekyll and Hyde, Romeo and Juliet, A Christmas Carol, An Inspector Calls, Animal Farm, I'm getting out of breath here, and they also take you through all the GCSE poems that you need to know as well. There's some great videos that would have really helped me out when I was doing my GCSE English. They take you through the poem, analyse the poem, they take you through mark schemes, you have a look at how you can really understand the English questions, and Barbara, the course leader, also takes you through exam essay techniques that you can really apply and help you learn and get better in the exams. There are 50 downloadable resources that help you work through the course, and they go alongside the course information as well. Alongside teaching you the GCSE English syllabus, Barbara, the course leader, will also take you through exam techniques and how you can write essays in the exam. The course is just a one-time payment, that is all you need to do, and then you've got unlimited access to the course. If you click the link in the description, you will get the course for 70% off, which is amazing. So what are you waiting for? If you need help with your English GCSE, which I really did, then make sure you click the link in the description, head over to Barbara's course and have a look if it's something that you're interested in. The third thing that I wish I would have known is active recall. What you want to do is revise something and then a week later or a few days later come back to that revision and revise it. Being repeat that revision. Once you've learned something, a day later, 60% of that information that you learned disappears. It's called the forgetting curve. You want to revisit the information so that you forget less and less. Once you revisit that information a day later, you'll remember more of the information. Create a good revision timetable or revision plan that makes you come back to revision so that when it comes to your exams, you're not trying to cram revision that you did 6 months ago and that you forgot. Because that's not good. And finally, do not stress. I know it's easy for me to say while I'm sat here and you are probably stressing because you're watching this video, but please don't. I know it's hard under the circumstances this year, but approach revision positively, have a good structure to your revision, don't just do revision randomly here and there because that's not good. I really needed to hear that during my GCSEs because I think I had about 19 exams, which is just crazy, and I'm sure many of you have got a lot more as well, but don't stress. Take it positively, try and enjoy your revision, and hopefully you will succeed. That is all I've got for today's video. I really do hope that it helped you and you enjoyed. Let me know if you've got any other questions down below. If you've already done some mocks, let me know how they went in the comments down below. If you've got some mocks coming up, I really hope they go well. Thanks again for First Rate Tutors for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check out their GCSE course with the link in the description. And yeah, that's all I've got for today's video. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you very soon with a brand new video. Bye! Excuse me.